Now that I've released the first three VODs, I thought it would be cool to lightning round some more obscure Pokemon that I find rather endearing. Don't get me wrong, I'm not scared to include a totally unviable Mon in the main list, as you will surely come to see, but I don't want to gloss over some of these Mons either. Starting out with Volcanion, I never considered that anyone wouldn't like him, and I recently came across an old live stream where the creator just states that he's widely hated as a fact, like in passing, in OU, I believe, in every single format from XY, Sun and Moon, Sword and Shield to Scarlet and Violet. You can use him, and he's strong as hell. His stats are all very high. He has 120 defense, 130 special attack. His typing is insane. Fire water, the only one. His ability is water absorb, which is like an S tier ability. His choice spec set is really cool. Steam eruption, signature move, really overpowered. Flamethrower, sludge bomb, earth power. It's really strong. His move pool is like really good. He can learn like every move that he wants to pretty much. So his cards, he does have some cool cards. He has an EX from Steam Siege. Steam, I mean, he might be a part of that set name. His promo from XY, promo 185, it looks kind of like he has a lazy eye, but I do still really like it. However, the Japanese version is from CP5 Mythical and Legendary Dreamshine Collection, and it's a much nicer version. It's like a $20 card. It does look like he has a lazy eye, though, like I get it. Journey Together, he has a special illustration rare. It's also like 20 bucks. It's okay. I don't really like it too much, but it's decent. His ultra rare from Steam Siege looks really clean. Shows his arms, spread out. He's looking all serious, like he's about to attack. I like this version of ultra rare cards with the texture. They're really nice. My favorite Volcanion is definitely the Baby Shiny from Shining Legends. It's only like a $5 card. I do own that one in a CGC 8.5 blue label because I collect CGC 8.5 blue label water Pokemon, so make fun of me in the comments if you want. I really don't care what you think about it. And his Prism Star is cool. Okay, moving on. My boy Shiftry. He has never really been viable competitively. I understand why some people might not like him. His design is kind of weird and maybe a little bit scary to children. I've always thought that he could be used in some way. He has Chlorophyll, which has been a really good ability at certain points in the metagame, and Early Bird, which is a lot more niche, let's be honest, but it's not horrible. His attack stat is 100, and that is his highest stat, sadly. 80 speed is pretty low, and all of his other stats are extremely low. His best format is ADV, which is kind of a joke. His moveset, he does learn Explosion. That is the best thing about him, and it's not much. But he's hanging out in the RU tier, and in every other format, he's basically hanging out in 0 used. I don't think that you can really use him at all, sadly. Maybe one day, though. His moves, he does get Swords Dance, Knockoff, Sucker Punch. With Chlorophyll, like he could possibly be a competitor in ZU, in Scarlet and Violet, as like a tricky Tailwind user. I don't know. His move pool is pretty good. He gets a lot of good moves. On to the cards. He does have a pretty sick EX from Crystal Guardians where he's like jumping at you from like a 3/4 angle from the side. And it's pretty sick, but I will say the EX Power Keepers where he's like spinning in like a tornado is definitely the best artwork. I really love the green in the holo. That's like a $40-ish card, I believe. Another standout for me is the Legend Maker holo. It's got some pretty sick artwork. He really does have like a ridiculous amount of cards for how hated he is. I think that maybe he's a more beloved Pokemon from people in like Japan and like Asia at large, just because like his design is based on a Tegu, and he does have, in my opinion, a very cool design. His illustration rare from Temporal Forces is really cool. It's got like him doing a X like wind slash attack with all the sea dots just like falling and floating around him. And he looks very angry. I love it. He's one of very few cards that got this double treatment where it's Dark Grass on the TCG card. It's a Cosmo promo. I do own the EX Deoxys reverse stamp of Shiftry. You can never go wrong with those. Shout out to a very cheap card, the Next Destiny's rare with the buildings behind him. I just really love that card. It's like 25 cents. Okay, this one's a bit weird for me because I do love Dragalge, but I also hate him just as much as the next person. Before X and Y released, we got spoilers, and I saw Dragalge's design, and I was like, oh my god, Poison Dragon, finally! He's going to be so good. New pseudo-legendary. Oh, I was so hyped for Dragalge to come out. Used him in the game. Thought he was pretty much ass. Then the stats came in, and we found out, yes, in fact, Dragalge is ass. He's hanging out in the RU ban list for X and Y, the RU tier for Sun and Moon, and then the PU ban list for Scarlet and Violet. He's pretty bad. His special defense is really high. His special attack is almost usable at 97, but he has just really low HP. If his special attack was higher, his low speed of 44 is pretty decent for Trick Room. So he's just like right outside of usable. Adaptability is really good. So he's used on mainly just like kind of bulky teams, Toxic Spikes, Flip Turn, Dragon Tail, Draco Meteor, Sludge Bomb, just with like regular leftovers, or you can throw on heavy duty boots. Choice Specs seems kind of like a bad idea, but he really needs the extra hitting power with his Draco, and he does get access to Focus Blast. Moving on to his cards. So he literally has, I debated on even putting him on the list just for this fact, but he literally has no cards. Like no love, no cards. He has a super inflated valued reverse stamp from Flashfire, I think, that has a staff version. And usually those are really expensive. This one's kind of cheap. I don't care about staff cards, but like other than that, and this isn't about value, you know, like he just doesn't have any art cards, full arts, secret rares. Like he has absolutely nothing. So I mean, I can't really say much else about it. Now he does have a mega confirmed, and I'm hoping that they make it so overpowered that we can actually use Dragalge, but I'm not getting my hopes up, and he fits on this list very well. Okay, Octillery is, in my opinion, kind of like Shiftry. Like, if you remember when Gold Silver came out.
.com for details. Pokemon Gold and Silver. Rated E for everyone.
And you used him in game, you probably think fondly of him. However, even back then, he was pretty bad, although he does have good attack stats and a great move pool. So he is viable as an attacker, but he cannot live a hit. He cannot revenge kill anything, and he can't outspeed or crit anything. GSC is pretty nasty as a format, and he just cannot thrive there. So he's all the way down in Never Used. And in Never Used, he tries to be a sleep talker, which actually works out pretty well for him. He has the highest stats in the tier, which is ridiculous. Here is the popular moveset. But I also want to mention that he does get Flamethrower, which is pretty crazy. Also, he's a lot like Shiftry. In another way, I believe he's more popular in Japan just because he's an octopus. Like, he's supposed to be a tank. Like, I don't know if you've seen his beta design, but yeah, I feel like he's a lot more loved, like, in Asia than America. But I love Octillery. Moving on to his cards, he is an OG, so we have a holo from Unseen Forces where he's like shooting out some ink. That's pretty cool. His artwork from Neo Revelation is iconic. It is one of the OG Komiya pieces, A+. I do own that one in a CGC 8.5. He got a trainer gallery card in Brilliant Stars. That's like $2. If you collect artist cards, there's a Yukimori from Scarlet and Violet Paradox Rift. It's pretty good. The Rocket Returns reverse stamp is really cool. I wish I had that one. He does have a super S rank gold secret rare. If anybody cares about that, I'm not sure. It's Huntail. I think his design is cool. Just the fact that you have to evolve Clan Pearl and that whole thing was pretty fun. His viability is really bad. He's basically in either never used or zero used. All the way through the generation. He does get Shell Smash, which is probably the best thing about him. So here is a cool moveset with White Herb. Moving on to his cards, the rare from Legend Maker is just like a really good artwork. The artist for this one is Midori Harada. He has a rare in Hidden Legends that I don't really like. However, the Japanese version in Undone Seal as a holo does look pretty decent. I want to throw in this Gorbis card as a bonus from Legend Maker. It looks really clean. Just a really clean Nishida card. We love Nishida. A super budget rare from Fusion Strike. It's 5 cents. I think the artwork is really sick. Fusion Strike had some really killer artwork that is like penny cards, you know. Alright, those are my obscure picks. I'm going to probably continue this series every few videos or so as I find more mons that I am on the fence about adding to the list, but they just don't make the cut. Thanks a lot for watching my video. Please subscribe to my channel. I hope you all stay happy and healthy, and I'll see you in the next one.